I saw this morning that in 74 out of 100 metro areas in the United States, half of all starter homes are unaffordable for the average American worker. You're the first millennial vice president. You have personal experience with people of this generation not being able to make that leap, that first economic leap into adulthood, homeownership. Is the system rigged?
Oh, the system is absolutely rigged. I mean, look, you go back to the 4 years of the Biden administration, from 2021 until 2025, when we took over, the average price of a new home doubled. That's a 100% increase in 4 years. That priced millions upon millions of young Americans out of the housing market. Now, there's a little bit of good news here, because even though we've only been in power for about 7 months, you've already seen home prices flatten off a little bit. They've gone up, depending on what metric you believe, about 1%, maybe less than 1%. That's a big, big improvement, but there's so much more that we got to do. And this is why the President of the United States goes after Jerome Powell for being too late, because, of course, the housing crisis in this country is really two things. Number one, that the prices are too high. We've made some progress on that. In some ways, more importantly, the interest rates are too high. So even if you can afford the top line dollar value of a home, if the interest rates are way too high because the Federal Reserve isn't doing its job, that also makes the American dream of homeownership unaffordable. So we're really working on both of those things. We got to lower interest rates, we got to lower housing prices. We've made, again, progress, but it's early, and we realize there's a lot more work to do.
Absolutely, the system is rigged. You've been a longtime critic of the system, but now you're the Vice President of the United States, and one could argue you are the system. So how do you fix a rigged system?
Well, we inherited a rigged system, but I think that in 7 months we've already made a lot of progress to fix this. If you go back to, again, 100% housing price increase in 4 years under Joe Biden, we've already seen that level off under Donald Trump. Now, to fix the rigged system, you ask that question, you got to understand the root causes here. Why did housing get so unaffordable for American citizens? Two big problems. Number one, I already talked about, interest rates were too high. Number two, you had way too many people in this country who were competing against American citizens for scarce homes, and that's the illegal immigration problem. Why has housing leveled off over the past 6 months? I really believe the main driver is you've had negative net migration into the United States for the first time in 60 years in this country. You cannot flood the United States of America with 20, 30, 40 million people who have no legal right to be here, have them compete against young American families for homes, and not expect the price to skyrocket. It's as simple as supply and demand. You increase the demand, you're going to increase the price. And the final thing I want to say here is we're working on issues right now in the White House every single day, because we want to make it easier to build homes too. Because in the same way that getting illegal aliens out of this country means fewer people competing against young American families, we also want to increase the housing stock in this country by making it easier to build. So we're working on all this stuff, but man, we got to be honest. The system was rigged against Americans, especially young Americans, for a very long time. We're making progress to unrig it, but it's going to take some time.